Cutting straight to the chase today, no BS before we get into it, as what I want to talk to you guys about today is what I genuinely believe is the best EDC pouch or gear organizer that I have ever used. This is the Evergoods Civic Access pouch. Before we get into it, I just want to say that this video isn't sponsored by Evergoods. They didn't send me this out for free. This isn't even my pouch. This is a friend of mine's, Adam, a viewer of the channel, or Republic EDC over on Instagram if you want to go and check him out. I was talking to him for a bit and he told me that I needed to try this out as it was his favourite pouch and he feels like I could make it my favourite pouch. So he sent it out to me very kindly to test out and review. And I've got to say, at first I kind of questioned it because it's a weird size and it's a strange shape. And the reason I say that is because most EDC pouches are kind of small, pocketable things like the alpaca pouches that I talk about a lot. But then also, if you're going to sling bags, they're about this sort of size, but they're a sling bag shape, which this isn't. So I was like, how am I going to use this? But since having it and testing it out for a couple of weeks now, it works exactly as I'd like it to. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through the pouch itself and how I've kitted it out to work for my daily needs. First of all, the pouch itself is made out of that really tough X-Pack material, and this X-Pack material feels a lot more like high quality and maybe more durable than like any other X-Pack material that I've used, which is great. YKK zippers that are weather sealed all round and they're nice and smooth. They work really great. Only thing I will say is it's all well and good having it weather sealed, but if the zip on the top doesn't actually reach the end of the zipper, that's not going to keep the water out. It's just one of those things that I noticed. Got 2 litres of storage inside, which is more than enough for what you're going to need for an EDC kit. And there's plenty of different ways of organising the bag on the inside with all the little dividers and pockets that it's got. On the outside, you've got top and bottom webbing with like a main grab handle in the middle and then 2 little kind of like molly webbing tabs on the sides. This could be used to attach maybe a strap to if you did want to carry this as a sling bag, or smaller carabiners or like anything like that you just want to attach to it. And then the main grab handles are good for carrying it around. That's what I use to carry this around. Or if you put this down into a bag, it fits great into like a normal EDC rucksack. If you've got this down in there, having that grab handle means that you could also nice and easily pull this out of the bag. On the front, they've got a little hook and loop or Velcro patch area, which is great for adding like your own radar eyes or anything that you want to do on there. On this one, I've got a QSP patch because penguins are cute. And that little Velcro area is actually the Evergoods logo, which I think is actually quite a nice little touch. And then behind there is 2 little like quick access pockets. They're not the biggest. You could fit maybe like a field notebook in there or like anything that you kind of just need to put in there quickly on the go without actually opening the pouch up. On the top, you'll see this main zipper that I was talking about earlier. And if you open that up, this is essentially a quick access pocket. Inside here, you've basically just got one big pocket that has no organization really. It's more for just like quick things that you need to grab on the go. What I do in here is I generally keep my car key, my house key, sometimes my phone or my wallet. There is a key leash inside this section, which obviously you could attach your keys to. I don't bother doing that because it's just a bit annoying. I'd rather just be able to grab my keys and go. But what I have done with this is I've added the little Olight iMini 2. If you don't know about this little flashlight, it's brilliant, magnetic, nice and easy to use. So it's nice to have this little really quick usable flashlight, nice and accessible inside this quick access pocket. And then the main zipper to the main compartment, this won't open as you'd expect. I love how this opens. So the main zipper starts on the back and then it goes round the front, back to the back again. But it's not like a normal kind of like round, it goes up and around. So when you open this up, the lid folds down sort of 90 degrees. And because of the way that this opens and it sits flat, means that you can keep this pouch on a desk, open in front of you, and everything that's in there is easily accessible whenever you're going to need it. It won't fall over. It's very solid, very sturdy when it is open up. And I just think that that is a really nice feature. So you can use this as like a desk caddy. You can keep it in your car. You can, like, anything you need for this, you can stick it on a bedside table with all of your stuff in. You can use it as a dump tray. There's so many different ways that you can use this little pouch because of this feature. I think that is absolutely brilliant. This version is the black outside with the coyote tan on the inside. I do believe this is limited edition and sold out, unfortunately. because I now want to go and buy one of these exact ones, but I can't. So Evergoods, if you see this and you've got one somewhere, please send it to me or let me know so I can buy it. But they do so many different colours of this. They got like an orange version, they got a yellow version, a standard black version, a red version. Like there's a lot of different versions of this, all with different outside and inside colours. On the back side of the lid, you'll see this little mesh pouch with a zipper on it. If you open up that zipper, inside, this just basically gives you inside access to that quick access pocket on the outside. So if you need anything that's in that little pocket on the outside while it's open, you don't have to close the lid and open that pocket on the outside or whatever. You can just have this open and grab the things out while it's in front of you. Now, getting into the main compartment of the pouch itself, I have this set up just for how I've been using it for the last week or so, but there's so many different ways that you could pack this out because there's so many little features in there that I just think work so well. In the front part of the main compartment, you've got these 3 little pockets that can either fold completely flat to the side of the bag to give more space in the actual like internal part, or they can come out and you can use them to store certain things. What I found for my uses is it's perfect to keep AirPods in one side, a Zippo in the other side, and then the center pocket is the perfect size for a Samsung T7 SSD, which for me is a must-have. Being a photographer, I need to carry SSDs with me everywhere I go. So having this just in a nice little pocket in front of me, not going to move around, not going to get beat up, is ideal. Behind them there, you have like another little open storage compartment in front of the center divider, which is actually brilliant because if you didn't have anything else in here like I do, this center divider is actually movable, so you can push it all the way to the back to make a nice big open space at the front. You can pull it all the way to the front to make a nice bigger open space at the back. You can have it going sideways, so it doesn't have to be perfectly straight all the time if you've got things packed in here in an awkward angle. And then as you can see, when this is actually pushed forwards, the sides of it almost work like little organisation dividers, where I've got hooked onto here a pen on one side and a pocket knife on the other, as when it's like this, it kind of keeps these all separate and nice and easy to access. The center divider itself is fairly padded, which is great, and it has a zip on the top. Field notes book fits really perfectly in here, although if you are putting a field notes notebook in here, you can zip it up, but it's tight. Behind where I keep the field notes book, there is a little pocket in the middle, which is the perfect size for like credit cards, or I've got business cards in here. And then behind that central divider, you have 2 larger pockets. These, just like the little front pockets, can fold flat to the back so you can pack more stuff into the main open area. If not, like I have, they open up and you can store stuff in them. I've found that they are the perfect size to keep an alpaca gear hub pouch, which is brilliant because I love alpaca gear hub pouches, as you all know if you're a viewer of the channel. So I've always got an alpaca gear hub pouch with me. It's my main EDC pouch to carry little tools that I don't want scattered around everywhere. So the fact that I can slot that into here and it fits perfectly, it's not moving around, it's great. I can even just unzip the top of the pouch and reach in and grab the little bits that I want to grab without even taking it out of this Evergoods pouch. And then on the other side, I've literally just got a few USB-C cables. I can charge my laptop with it, I can plug the SSD into my laptop with it, blah, blah, blah. But you could fit plenty of stuff in there. You don't even need to have anything in there. There's nice, fairly thick protective foam, 360 degrees around this pouch. So you don't need to worry about your gear getting knocked around and beaten up while you're carrying this around, or it's in your car, or it falls over or whatever. Like, everything that is inside here is secure, is going to be protected, and that is a very, very nice thing to have, as sometimes pouches can be a bit flimsy or and just not very protective for the expensive gear that you've got in there. These aren't cheap. This one in particular, being limited edition, is about £101, I think. But the standard versions, like in the orange or yellow or whatever, I think they go from around 80 quid, which, if you think about it, isn't actually that bad for the amount of usability that you have in this pouch. There's so many different ways you could configure this, it's absolutely ridiculous. This is just how I've configured it for my own personal needs, and I found that this works absolutely brilliantly. This pouch genuinely has not left my side since it arrived and I packed it out with gear. Like, I'm going to be sad when I send this back to Adam tomorrow because I want to keep it. I told him, I texted him yesterday, I was like, mate, you're not having it back. It's mine now. Unlucky. But I cannot recommend this enough. Go and check these out. You can buy them in the UK from Makuma. If you're in the States, they're a US based company. I believe it is USA made. Don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are based in Colorado. So nice and easy for anyone to access in the States. And then being on Makuma means you have no import taxes or duties or anything like that when you buy it from the UK. I'll leave links to this down below, both Makuma and the Evergoods website, so you can go and pick one of these up if you want to. And before we finish this video, I just quickly want to talk about another product of theirs. This is the Evergoods Civic Access Pouch 1 litre, and this is a little bit different. So I tried using this out as like a daily pouch for myself, and personally, it just doesn't fit my needs just because of the size and the shape and the way it works. But what I think this would be fantastic for is travel. So it's made out of that same X-Pack material, so it's nice and durable. This again is the black X-Pack with Coyote Tan on the inside. I believe it was limited edition, but when you open this up, it opens all nice and flat like a book essentially. And would you look at that, I got my information wrong. They're not based in Colorado, they're based out of Bozeman, Montana. Close enough. But as you can see, this opens up nice and flat, and that is the reason I think this would be great for travel. So you can stick this down in your backpack, and then where it's a 1 litre pouch, it's nice and small. It sits nice and flat, so it's not going to take up any room in your bag when you have it packed out with everything else in your bag while you're traveling. But I think this is great because then if you need to use this and get something out of this while you're traveling, say you're on the plane, you can get this out of your bag. It's nice and thin, and then you can put it down on the tray table that is on the seat in front of you, open it up, and you can see everything in there you need. On the left-hand side, it's a nice big pocket. You've got this mesh at the front, and then something that's quite cool is the fact that there's a little divider in here. But from the outside, you can't tell that it's a divider, which I think is a great little touch, as it means that you can actually hide things behind there. So say you lost this, if someone opened it up, they wouldn't be able to see, say, your passport, because you could hide it behind that divider. Or if there was some cash or something that you were keeping in here, you could hide it behind the divider, and the people aren't going to know unless they physically go in and start rooting through all of your stuff. So on the left side, you've got that nice big pocket with the divider and the mesh. And then in the middle, you have like a little pen loop. Just got a James Brand Barlow pen, I believe it is in there. It's a great pen, to be fair. And then on the other side, you've got the same pocket as the left, only this is divided into 2 separate pockets. What you have is a perfect sized place for your passport on the inside. I did say you could hide it behind the divider, but personally, I'd just keep my passport in this pocket and just try not to fucking lose the pouch. So this perfectly fits a passport, stretches out nicely. You could probably fit like 10 passports in there if you've got a massive family and too many kids. Next to that is like a smaller pouch or pocket, which would be like the ideal size to keep like your AirPods or whatever, something small like that in, so they're nice and quickly accessible. And then the same behind there, behind that divider, you just have like another big open pouch that you could fit other stuff in. There's not actually that much to talk about with this pouch in particular, and I've just covered it, but it's really nice and durable, nice and solid, got a nice grab handle on the outside, held together closed with magnets. Same Evergoods logo patch on the outside that you can stick a Ranger eye to and customize. And this, I think, is a great addition to a travel pack, as I personally would 100% use this when I'm traveling if it was mine, which it isn't, unfortunately. And that covers it. I just wanted to quickly jump on here and talk to you guys about those 2 pouches because I genuinely think that they are fantastic. More so the 2 litre one than the 1 litre one, as it is a bit more usable and for daily life. But that 1 litre version, genuinely, I think would be fantastic for travel. Like I said, all linked down below, not affiliate links, unfortunately, because Evergoods have no idea who I am. But hopefully that thing can change. We can get an affiliate link and we can give you some discounts in the future. Like this video if you did like it, comment down below, let me know what you think if you don't have one of these or if you do. And I will see you in the next video. See you later.